Hi there, and welcome back to Valley por Vida. And as promised, there's a lot going on in the city of Brownsville, so we're breaking it all down for you.
Good morning. I am Dylan Vanderford. I am the Executive Director for Sombrero Festival Limited and the President for the Midi Cultural District of Brownsville. And we're excited to announce all the fantastic things that are happening in this area of Brownsville. So we're sitting at one of the iconic gas stations of the downtown Brownsville area. It's actually one of the gas stations that was owned and operated by it's the first Hispanic owned and operated gas station in the area. And what the Midi Foundation and the Midi Cultural District together are looking to do is revamp the whole area. And in this particular location, make it into a food truck park, a small one, but we look to have about 4 food trucks and completely redo this gas station into an indoor venue so that, yes, we can have outdoor dining, but also indoor dining from the various food trucks that are presented. Well, the Midi Foundation has purchased 2 vacant lots and are working to turn them into parking lots and parking venues for this area. One of the biggest complaints about this entire area is that we're short on parking. And so we're looking to turn them into paid parking areas. And for the first little while, they're going to be completely free to anybody who needs to use them. Eventually, it turns into a source of revenue for the Midi Cultural District. And that's one of the big stumbling blocks for becoming a true destination cultural district for the state of Texas. And we're doing quite well in those regards. We are working so hard with the city of Brownsville and the Midi Cultural District and the Midi Foundation to really develop this into a huge venue for outdoor events. We're looking to bring in art, we're tying in SpaceX. This is going to be the destination of Brownsville. You are not going to be able to go to any other place in Texas and see all the different facets of life and culture and art in one place. From the zoo to SpaceX to any artistic thing that is going on in Brownsville, it's going to be headquartered right here. The best place to find out all the information is our Facebook page. We've got one for the Midi Cultural District, we've got one for the Midi Foundation, and the city of Brownsville shares all those things. Of course, our Chamber of Commerce is a great headquartered place to look at all of these things and be able to branch off in all those directions.
The city of McAllen is also dedicated to RGV residents, also striving to build a well-rounded community for children and adults. In fact, their Capable Kids Foundation is working on a project that will benefit residents too. So here's today's awareness moment for more.
I'm Sofia Pena, and I'm the Executive Director of Capable Kids Foundation. Capable Kids Foundation is a wonderful organization. We provide services to children and persons with disabilities. We don't have we're a non-disability specific group, actually. So every disability you can think of is represented within our organization. We are all about inclusion, social inclusion, and we provide activities and other support services for our families at no cost. And we are generally just super duper advocates for the disability community. So we are a nonprofit and we rely on the generosity of the community to keep us going and to be able to provide all of these services and activities for our families. And so we are involved in the community. We partner with great partnerships with the different cities, the city of McAllen, the city of Edinburgh, different school districts, Lyford, just some really great partnerships within not just the Hidalgo County area, but the 4 county areas. So Star, Hidalgo, Cameron, and Willacy. And we also partner with great partners like HEB and Driscoll Health Plan. And so our involvement is just for the purposes of making our entire region more inclusive.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Marisa Puido Pesina, and I'm an inclusive play specialist, and I also sit on the board for Capable Kids Foundation as a co-founder. So inclusive play is just an area I think that many of us don't realize what it can mean for a child and also for an adult with a disability. So when we create an inclusive playground, we're creating a safe space for people with and without disabilities to come together. And for the child, that means that they can grow and learn and develop together. They form friendships, relationships. And for the parents, it's being able to be with your child on the playground because there's ramped access to every point of this playground. There is a rubberized surfacing that allows wheelchairs and walkers to maneuver through effortlessly without being said that message, oh, you can't go here. No, everything is accessible completely to everyone and anyone of any ability level. So what we're hoping for and what research shows us is that these places, these safe spaces have the impact to change the trajectory of someone's life. It breaks barriers and it ensures that stigmas are never formed. You know, we grew up in a culture, unfortunately, a lot of the times where these children were kept in a special education classroom all day. And so growing up, you know, you're not used to it. So then you don't really know how to act. But at the end of the day, if from the ground up in the developmental years of life, if they're always included, then that just means we grow up with diversity and inclusion from the get-go and we don't know the difference. And that's the beautiful thing because it transfers to the community, to the employment setting, across the entire RGV and everywhere else. You know, we put disability in the forefront, not as an afterthought, that we normalize disability. So I'm talking about like architecture firms when we're creating buildings, keeping in mind disability issues from the low vision and the blind or to people who are deaf. You know, as a community, we embrace everyone. And I talked about the employment setting, even in the employment sector, you know, just being able to really see the value of every individual, because at the end of the day, we're more like the same than we are different, and we can all learn and grow from each other.
What we really want to do is make sure that we think, speak, and deal and include everybody. So there's access and there's inclusion, and what we want is access means people can get there. Inclusion means everybody can be together and play and grow and be together. So if you want to support Capable Kids, if you want to help our families and be part of this movement to change the tapestry of this area to an inclusive area, then you can follow us on Facebook, Capable Kids Foundation. You can always call us at 956-277-1776. Send us a message on social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's the easiest way to get a hold of us. Follow us on Facebook because all of our activities.
All right, that's all we've got for now. Thanks again so much for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again next time because we'll have a lot more in store for you. But for now, as always, please don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we're filming for the show and a chance at your comment or your question being featured on there. And of course, be sure to visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's segments. All that and more next time on Valley por Vida. See you then.